What's up, world? I'm super busy, which I'm not complaining about. So today we're gonna look at the after effects of rallycross over down at Port St. Lucie. It's dirty, as I will show you. Today I'm going to be pressure washing it. It's a 2003 EP3 Civic. That's just the body style. It is now turned into my rally car, at least till for the end of this season. Next season I'll be running another car, which you'll see very soon because it needs work, to be polite. In the meantime, I'm gonna set it up as I am cleaning up the car, and then after I get it all clean, I will yep, you'll see it. It's special. All right, now you can get a look at it. It's clean-ish. 2003, it's got a full cage in it. It was rallied, so there's dirt. This has to be painted, I'm aware, leave me alone. NRG seat, 5-point, or 4-point, because the 5-point isn't in there. It is all the way. That's super annoying. So painful fact, or not really painful, but it's gonna happen. As you can see, down bars. All right, that car is going up for sale. It's not one of my more thrilled decisions, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it for a year, and I don't want it sitting around, especially if somebody can use it. I am building another car to do rallycross with. My wife really wants to do rear-wheel drive, as do I, so it comes down to what can my wife and I both enjoy and since she gets enjoyment out of it, I'm not gonna turn that down, because finding somebody who puts up with car shenanigans and still puts up with you for over 10 years, super hard to do. So that being said, that Civic is gonna go up for sale. I'm asking $3,000 for it. It does have over 200,000 miles on it. Transmission's not perfect, does have a new clutch in it. It does grind going into second gear on the higher RPMs if you shift real fast. If you just hesitate and not getting for half a second, it's fine, but it's typical Honda stuff. It does grind. Doesn't do it all the time, sometimes typical Honda stuff once again. It does have a K20 in it, runs fine, doesn't smoke, tick, make any noises, all that stuff works flawlessly. I did go through the suspension. It does have brand new struts all the way around, new tie rods, inner and outer, new lower control arms, the ball joints. So on the EP3 Civic SIs, which that one is, the only way you can get ball joints for future reference is to buy the entire knuckle. You can put in different ball joints, but they do not fit properly. The knuckles on that car is how you get the ball joints. I didn't realize until after I had pressed out the old ones. I did put other ball joints back in it. However, I will tell you they are not correct. They are the correct ball joints for a Honda Civic, but they're not for a Civic Si. Not a big deal, but they don't fit. Therefore, I did weld them in place. So if they ever get replaced in the future, if somebody else is interested in this car, you will have to buy knuckles. I'm telling you that now. But the old ones, the only reason I even replaced them is because they had $200K on it. I knew I was going to be using the car for racing, and I wanted to be on the safer side. They had no play in the ball joints. The boots were torn. I was just being really picky about it, and I wish to God I'd never done it. They were still good. I wish I had just put boots back on it, but I didn't know at the time. I was under the impression when I bought the parts that they fit. Well, they didn't. So they obviously hold up. There's no play in them. If that becomes in question and you decide you're actually going to buy the car, by all means contact me. We can work something out. I'm also not in a hurry to get rid of the car. I am asking $3,000 for it. It does have a cage. It does have new seat belts. It does have the energy seat. Granted, those are not the greatest seats. Super comfortable. I'm a fluffy guy, 220 pounds. I fit in it perfectly. It does have a quick disconnect steering wheel. The doors have been gutted. So, as you see, the car does not have anything in the doors. It was built for Champ Car. They had to be gone no matter what. You can't run glass, so that's the reason they were gone. That's the reason the doors have been gutted. Weight reduction, if you will. I do have the front bumper for it. It's sitting here behind me. It does work. It is cut for the chain on the front of it, so that way it's meant for a tow hook. It was built to be a race car. Any other questions, by all means contact me. Several of you, actually everybody, will know this is a shock if and when they watch this video to find out I am selling the car. I really don't know what I'm going to do with it, and it's going to sit for over a year. I have stuff coming up next year that I am going to commit myself to for the entire year, and I don't want to pass it up, being as it's kind of nice to be a part of something that I can enjoy, and both my wife can be a part of something, and more so it's geared towards me. She kind of jumped on the bandwagon, bless her heart. I love her to death, wouldn't trade her for the world. She's taken. Sorry guys, you're not getting her. Unless she leaves me, and then there's paperwork, and yeah. So any interest in this car, contact me. I am open for trades, but I'm going to be fairly picky. If you don't like the price, I understand. It's cool. It's not for everybody. If you've ever built a race car, you know that is a lot of work to gut a car, put a cage in it. The cage was a cage that the only person I could find a cage of was out of California. The cage alone was $1,000. Just to give you an idea, and I cannot tell you how many hours and days welding in that cage. The welds, I'm not gonna lie, don't look the prettiest. I have full faith in them. I've put in a couple, probably 4 cages now, including one that I've rolled. It was a circle track car. I came out obviously fine. Yes, I was this ugly beforehand, so it wasn't the rollover's fault. I have full faith in it. If somebody's interested in it, by all means get a hold of me. I am going to be posting this everywhere I can, but like I said, you don't like the price, I'm asking $3 grand. Get a hold of me, maybe we can work something out. There is some wiggle room, not a lot. Do not get crazy with me. Just leave all your negative comments to yourself, because I know there's people out there be like, well, it's a car, it's gutted, it has nothing. Well, that's fine. If you want one, go build one. It does run the mod front category in Rallycross for SCCA. It is very competitive, at least with me behind the wheel. Nobody else besides one other person has really driven that car, because I didn't want to bore y'all with pressure washing a car. Let's be real, how exciting is that? But I wanted to give you an intro to the car. It is not perfectly clean, as you can see. I have no intentions of making it perfectly clean. If you don't like the graphics, if you don't like the paint, and that's the only holdup, just get a hold of me. We can work something out. I can change it up. Like I said, some of you, my friends, will be in shock that I'm doing this, but I have made the decision on my own, because I have too many other projects, including a truck that I really want to get back to, 84 C10 truck I've always wanted, that is super cool, has a bunch of suspension underneath it that I will be putting on my YouTube channel, because I haven't posted anything in a while. But you'll see in about a week, you'll probably see, if not less, you'll see the videos from the last Rallycross event, including a 360 camera, where we ran night races. The light bars do not go with that car. They come off. They were only put on for the night race. The bumper goes back on. The bumper was only taken off so I can mount those to the crash bar. So one particular person will be unhappy about this, but I believe he will understand, because he knows what it's like to have too many projects and too much going on. And after COVID, a lot of things that I was doing got held up and will get held up for a couple of years. I have priorities. Priorities in life would also be spending time with my wife. And if I can spend time with my wife, do Rallycross, teach her stuff where she genuinely enjoys it, it's gonna happen. It makes my life easier. She's happy, I'm happy. In the meantime, I'll probably edit some of this out. Get a hold of me if you want it. I'm sure we can work something out. Also, I will be changing, I forgot to mention, the tires and wheels do not go with that car. Those belong to another car. The tires more so don't belong to me. They belong to a friend of mine, which I have tried to give him stuff for, and I've asked several times if he wants anything, but all I ever get is, at some point, he'll want to run one of my cars. And anybody who knows me, and you're a friend of mine, knows if I'm going to a Rallycross event and you want to join, I'm going to tell you, just, okay, register, get in the car, have fun. I'm all about it, and I don't know, I'm guessing because I have so much fun with it. People are really cool in general, just super cool people, super fun. It's the shenanigans, the smart aleck people such as myself, it's incredible. I will, if you leave my logo, Southpaw Customs, on the car, or if you want to add it in a different way, I will give you a little bit of a price off, as long as you intend to take it to Rallycross, or if you're going to autocross the car. Which also brings me to another fact. I have coilovers for the car. They do need new shocks. You can buy them. They are $600, but the coilovers alone, if you buy them new, are $1,200, so half off if you get new shocks and coilovers. They're fully adjustable. If you're really interested, but like I said, you just get a hold of me with the car. I'll work something out with whoever decides they want it. But it's not one of those things where you can make payments on it. If you're going to want it, you're going to pay up front. It does have a title. I have it. The car it runs amazingly well for how old it is, because it is a 2003. It does have over 200,000 miles on it. But like I said, it does not smoke. It does not tick. The motor is very, very, very strong, very powerful. Do your research on a K20. They're good motors. I wish it was a K24, but I'm not going to go through all that, because that alone had enough. In Rallycross, you couldn't put all the power to the ground to begin with. It could use a limited slip to be more competitive, but this last event that we went to, I finished second overall and first in my class. So I'm not at all complaining, and I'm not saying it's all the car. Some of you are like, well, Britt, you drive like a nut. Not wrong. I do drive like a nut, but I have fun with it. And I always have, and that's why I'm super excited for next year. My wife and I will be running a rear-wheel drive car. I will be doing a thing on that very soon, so everybody can see what's going on. Most of you already know, but I'm super excited about it. And I get to have fun with my wife, because she's going to learn what it's like to try to drive a rear-wheel drive car on loose dirt. Stay tuned for that, because that will be fun. Questions, comments, concerns, get a hold of me. In the meantime, share this video if you know anybody who might be interested in it. If they have more questions, get a hold of me. I did build the entire car. When I say build, I gutted it, I put the cage in it, I did the suspension work, I put the clutch in it, that kind of stuff. So any questions, get a hold of me. In the meantime, thanks guys, have fun. You'll see more videos coming up very soon. My life got really busy with work because I own my own company, and it's been good, but I am exhausted. So take care, have fun, be safe.